You have talent. Match it to your prowess in the fight, and you'd make a fine banisher.
I was hoping to find someone to guide me on that path.
It's a noble calling. You'll be helping the living to live, and the dead to depart.
That sounds like a purpose. I need a purpose.
Be warned, child's play it is not. There's a lot more to it than clubbing spectres.
Show me. Show me a real foe with a real banisher fight. Teach me.
I'd happily be your teacher, but recent events mean I no longer qualify. Looks like you got yourself a new apprentice, Red.
All right, I'll step up. Till you find someone better, mind. Let's show Helen how banishers fight.
First of all, keep in mind that fighting spectres is rarely easy. They can be tricky.
Aye, caution is always advised. But you're in good hands.
I know a cave where we might find a fight. Follow me. And Taya, how did you become a banisher?
My mother was a healer. She had the gift. Taught me all she knew. But I was different. I had a gift for ghosts. At 15, I set off to develop it. I knew no one and had nothing. But my teachers saw my yearning for knowledge and took me on. And here I am.
Quite the adventure. This way. This is the place.
Good instincts. This cave is badly stained.
Time to dig. We use runes and words of power to make spirits manifest.
Do you pluck them from thin air with your magic rings?
It's more that we will them to come to us. The rings help channel the power.
Spirit and flesh, I summon you! I'm not gonna stay down.
This feels good.
I can help.
Why do I get the feeling that we're sick ducks?
They never learn, do they? And that's how a fight goes.
Most of the time.
Except when your partner drops his sword or loses the tie.
Fairy stories. Neither of those entirely plausible things has ever happened. Well,
You fight well, Banishers.
As do you.
If I didn't, I'd be dead.
If you're truly serious about becoming a banisher, I may have a contact in Boston who could help. Her name is Elizabeth Grey. You should find her, if she wants to be found, at the Green Dragon, not half a mile from the wharf. Tell her I sent you. When you meet her, please tell her she is now the best female banisher in the land.
she's interesting. I'd do some reading if I were you. Might help me make a good impression. Here, this book served me well. It'll serve you too.
I shall treasure it. Thank you. Thank you both so much.
Take care, Helen.
Any last advice for a young-ish apprentice before you go?
Love life. Even when you lack the stomach for it.
Perhaps we'll meet again.
God willing, we shall.
Back to Pennington to give him the news of Helen's passing.
It's such a good lie, it's almost true. Elizabeth's still in Boston.
You know Elizabeth. She loves a bit of culture. I'm told Boston has many taverns.
I'd assumed she was dead.
Most people assume she's dead. She likes it that way.
She and Helen are talking cheddar.
Yep. They're gonna have so much fun.
I feel something close. I need to stop at some point. Here would be all right.
Well, have you found her?
From one soldier to another, and I'll not put it in writing, but Helen Priest shall pose you no more problems.
My word. Such terrible tidings. Thank you. Not your affair, of course, and less so mine. From one soldier to another, and I'll not put it in writing, but I'll not mind if the purse on my desk goes missing while my back is turned.
How are you doing, sir?
How am I doing? How am I doing? It is strange. Helen Priest's pricking thorn is plucked, the rage abates, the troop rebuilds. And yet, though the danger is past, I feel it, present. I see things in the shadows. An unexpected noise may startle me, but that's not the worst. The worst is, I miss it. I miss the simplicity of inescapable doom. The darkness calls me back. It is the strangest thing.
Nothing strange about it, Captain. In time, it fades. There'll always be moments you hear the call. Just be sure not to answer it. I happened upon this, a package for the garrison. The messenger didn't make it, sad to say, but I'm happy to deliver.
At last, the long-awaited payroll, just as Fairfax promised. Morale may improve yet.
Sad to say there's no payroll. There's just a bundle of letters. I suspect the money was stolen.
Maybe we were wrong to give it away.
Ah, for shame. I should not be surprised. Thank you, all the same, for the delivery. Perhaps the post shall offer some comfort.
Permission to take my leave, Captain?
Permission granted.
Not right under his nose, Red. Come on.
Odd way to make money, but I'll take it.
Helen's free. Pennington is happy for Pennington. And soon there'll be a new Banisher. Everyone wins. symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Sika be here?
Faded with age. Hard to know what it was for.
Join in too?
Too soft. Get in its face.
Try this on for size.
This can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Sika? Dusty. Sika hasn't been here for a long time.
Anyone home? Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am.
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Fine wardrobe for a youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye. Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Aye, fair enough.
Same circle as the one on the entrance. But I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. Seeker drew this. Wait, we've seen this before. In the mountains, behind a magic door. And the circle is, somehow, the key. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell. And Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Aye, sure.
Whatever it is, out with it.
Oh, now what I say is worth listening to.
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. It's as if you can't wait to leave.
It's not like that. It's complicated.
Aye, all right. I believe you. The arrows feel better, more stable.
Yes?
We found a page ripped from a book. Here, do you recognize it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my True Pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find her.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the salient facts.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes sense now that I think of it.
That's it? You never again tried to find your best friend, your only friend.
Well, you see, some weeks later, the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down, and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please, ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's full name and the symbol used to make fast the illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book and... Oh my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. In the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defense, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park. Comparatively speaking.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her. Look, I couldn't talk about it.
Couldn't talk about what?
You accused me of pretending not to see that you're dead.
That's how I feel, Red. You have to accept it.
I couldn't face your death. I admit that. I rely on you. Your presence reassures me. I dread your absence. I can barely bring myself to think about it. I don't wish to deny your pain. No. I've just tried to deal with mine.
Wow. That's... I hadn't thought of it that way. Thank you for your honesty.
I have another in sight.
I think we've fixed it. Our book isn't here.
Our book might be up there.
I might need some help.
I might be able to give it. Try to find a way across.
I'm on it. This looks like Lami's stuff, only more scattered.
Even with the void shifting, the book should be around here somewhere.
Got it. That seemed a little too easy.
We have the symbol we need. Let's go back to the mountain and find her hiding place.
Did you hear that?
First things first, Red. Did we miss a few? This might hurt.
spectre heading for that corpse.
Get lost, won't you?
Look to me.
This is it. Seeker is behind this wall. Let the veil of unknowing be lifted. Let us see through the eyes of Grace Pennington.
Ceridian?
You're surprisingly slow, even for a banisher. You're late. Or early.
At last we find you.
Missed me that much, did you? You could have hurried. You always think you have more time, and suddenly you don't.
It wasn't in vain. We have come far and learned much.
I hope so. But don't think you have it all figured out. You're still banishers, after all.
We are indeed, Grace.
So, you know.
I know you're Pennington's daughter. Still, can I see the family resemblance?
In the end, neither could he.
It must have hurt.
The dear captain is many things, but he is a Puritan through and through. And I, his daughter, am a witch. I defied him. I sought forbidden knowledge and stepped beyond the boundaries. At the end of that most painful of journeys, Grace was dead. And Seeker was born. Yes, it hurt, but it was worth it. I accept it now. I accept it all. Ceridian has left a hollow, and I am called to fill it. I accept. I am ready for my role in this world. Are you ready for yours?
We looked for you everywhere. Why did you leave the Maya marshes?
I needed time, silence, my own space.
Hidden away behind Lammy Haskell's dissimulation spell.
Oh, you know about that. It held a full 7 years. Isn't that impressive? This is the place where I embrace solitude. This is where I made it a strength.
Did Ceridian find you here?
Not physically. I dreamed of her. I dreamed of the Maya marshes. So, I went there. And I found the island.
Quite the thing. Meet your dream in person.
I suppose so. At the time, I was more focused on the fun I'd had getting to the island.
Also,
Our first dance. I admit I ran away. But we have danced many times since then. Old Mosshead, Ceridian and me.
You learned magic by yourself.
Not really. Not at all. First, Lammy Haskell's forbidden books told me that magic was real. They say you must look out for the quiet kids. And that was me and Lammy. Reading those books opened my eyes to worlds of wonder. But I did not learn witchcraft until Ceridian found me. Lammy showed me the view from the prison window, but my mistress walked me right out the door.
Lammy was relieved to hear you're well.
he talked about paying you a visit.
When I was exiled, he was the only one who'd help. Sweet boy. But now is not the time for visitors. Later, perhaps. Later, when you have lifted the curse.
The boy will be disappointed. He has a thing for witchery. The time has come for us to go back to New Eden and face the nightmare.
Yes. Balance must be restored. You must face your fate and end the curse.
Ceridian said the only way back was through the void. But the pond seems broken. We need your help.
Of course you do.
We're listening.
Remember Ceridian's words. If you were to defeat the nightmare, your hearts must be open to each other. No barriers. Your bond must be strong.
We've never been stronger.
This void breach is not like the others. This one leaks. This one sits at the rotten core of the entire region. You must leave whatever still burns in your hearts at the threshold. If you don't, the void will kill you.
Do you know where in New Eden Town the void shall lead us?
The trick is to focus on your happiest memories and let them take you there. At least that's how it's always worked for me.
We'll try.
And when at last you succeed, I too shall return to New Eden Town. I shall see you there.
With that, we'll take our leave.
Bring peace to this troubled land and your troubled hearts, my friends. I know it's not easy to hear, especially when it's me saying it.
On the contrary.
Thank you, Seeker. We'll do our best.
What's that?
That is not your concern.
I like your new place a lot better than the old one.
I was a different person then.
This will be useful. They've seen better days.
As have we all.
She's the custodian now. May she have all the wisdom of her mentor, and more.
I wish I had half the wisdom of mine.
You're not as stupid as you sound. You'll be fine.
That's a void breach, all right. Should we jump in?
Wait. This is it, isn't it?
This is it.
You always think you have more time, and suddenly you don't.
Do you have regrets?
If there's one thing I've learned while working as a banisher, and working with you, it's that people look through the world through whatever lens they believe is the right one. And that leaves no room for regrets. We all make mistakes. We all work with what we have. So no regrets. My lens today is not the same as my lens back then. I've made peace with my own life.
Are you saying people can change?
Don't get ahead of yourself. I had a good life. We had a good life.
I'm gonna miss you so very much.
There's much to do between here and goodbye. Let's go do it. Thank you for standing by my side through it all. For everything. Into the fray, then.
Always. What is it?
Baggage I may need to finally face. Let's press on. Stay watchful. Spectres are still drawn to you.
Oh, brilliant.
You chose the schoolhouse too.
Of course. Our last night together.
I knew it. And now the question is, how do we reach it?
I like your doll. What are you doing?
This is Aleja. She is a witch, and she is running away from the Spanish soldiers. She had a horse, but he died. He was an old friend.
Maybe we can build her a raft.
I'm Anthea. What's your name?
To hell with that.
Was that an echo? In the void?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Patience, Anthea. You know that we have to be twice as good as them to get half of what they have.